even after sending multiple copyright strikes to several streamers. That's so fucked up to be using their shit and they got a copyright strike against you. Fade knows what it's like, man. He's done nothing but try to put over this fucking garbage shit product, and he gets punished for it. Fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, it's because they have a legal department. I mean, and that's the thing that's insulating WWE is that if any streaming platform goes after WWE, well, the TKO legal department will kick in and will defend them. But like your average streamer probably does not have a team of shark lawyers that know what they're doing. Like that's the problem.
That is
not fair.
It's not fair at all, man. It's cracking down left and right. Well, in 2K, they had to lay off some people. So apparently 2K developers were hit the hardest by Visual Concept layoffs, and there won't be a follow-up to 2K25 Netflix edition. So, the layoffs at Visual Concepts, they not just affected NBA 2K, but also WWE 2K. So a lot of the team faced layoffs. There will not be another 2K25 Netflix edition, not like we expected another one because it was such a piece of shit. But it just shows you that this right here is a good sign of them greatly downscaling how much money and resources they're putting towards WWE 2K department. You know, just towards 2K in general.
Almost like because there's soft sales, and that's the thing that I've really never heard reported is like, what are the WWE video games selling at? Like, what rate are they selling at compared to like last year and the year before?
I would imagine they're down greatly, and the only metric I really have to see from is like going on Xbox Game Store or going on Steam, and you constantly see markdowns for the brand new game that just came out. A brand new game. And shit, even 2K25 got massively marked down before they dropped the new game. It was like down to like $15. So now, like even with this new one, I've already seen markdowns and it just got dropped. So it shows you that sales are getting weaker and weaker as the product dies. You know, popularity of wrestling is affecting every single merchandise option that they have. So it's the way it is.
This is the problem with it. Like this is like I get this. My theory about all the like why Triple H and Nick Khan got resigned. Like if you're going to sell the company, you want it to look stable. But that ties into all this happening right here. Is when you keep people like Triple H as head of your creative, you're going to get a boring product, a bland product, and it's going to bleed into everything else. It's going to affect everything else. It's going to affect the overall interest in the product, and you're not going to see it really recover until either Vince comes back or it gets sold off to another company.
We'll see, man. I mean, there's so many different scenarios we could go through, but
sure.
I will see. Apparently, a rumor has happened where WWE higher-ups believe AEW will not secure a new TV deal under Paramount Skydance. So they're already spreading rumors, and WWE have been questioning if AEW will be able to get a viable deal elsewhere once their current contract expires. So that's the deal going on. I believe it. I think that a lot of people in TKO, they want to see AEW gone. You shouldn't want to see AEW gone because competition is good for you. It's supposed to make you a better creator, but it doesn't. It makes WWE more complacent as the years go by.
Well, why would they think that AEW is not going to get renewed by like they never really explained it because like from my perspective, like AEW, it's cheap live content. You get 2 live shows every week. The viewership, like relative to other shows, it's not bad. I just don't see why you would get rid of it. I just can't understand why you would. Now you could demand higher ratings where you could say, "Hey Tony, we're going to resign you, but here's the rating floor that we're setting." You know, they could do that. So yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. You got to wonder though if WB is at the point of where Fox was before they let SmackDown go. You got to wonder if they're at that point. You know. You got to wonder if that extra 2 hours or 4 hours of content is really worth it. If Fox would do it, would WB do it? Especially when they have so many shows they could rerun and get more money. I'm just saying. It's an interesting theory, though.
Because it's not like the USA Network where it's like SmackDown is like by far and away the most viewed show on that network. It's not the same. Like TBS has a lot of other things that will draw similar viewership numbers. But it's live content. I mean, even if they do get let go, Tony Khan's a billionaire. They're going to have a platform. AEW will still be around so long as Tony Khan is interested in owning it, or if he just sells it and whoever he sells it to wants to run it also. Who knows? Do I think it's going out of business soon?
No, I think that, in fact, with the expansion of the My AEW app, I think they're preparing. The expansion of the My AEW app, I think they're preparing for something down the road. I think what they're trying to do, honestly, is make their own version of the WWE Network. We'll talk more about AEW and their expansion plans later. I just want to talk about some bad booking. And one of the worst booking decisions I've seen recently is this right here. So John Cena explains why he created the John Cena Classic Tournament. You gotta love this awesome explanation here. So this is what he has to say. So while speaking to Adam's Apple, I guess some training podcast or something, Cena said the project is something he has been thinking about for a long time. He also confirmed that the concept is his own creation and admitted that WWE is still working through the details. Oh my God, I'm super excited. It's awesome. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. And again, we're still working things out.
CIA
I like
train.
that. I like that it's a work in progress, but this is absolutely from me. I can't tell you how excited I am about it. I can't wait till we announce the date and location. I think that's obviously step one, and we'll go from there. He then explained the core philosophy behind the concept. Cena says he enjoys stepping back and watching what performers can do when given a real opportunity under the brightest lights. I like turning the radio off. I like seeing what people can do. I like seeing potential when the bright lights are on. And maybe that's the nucleus of the John Cena Classic. It's how I got my start. So in other words, completely random matches. And he's basically asking the fans to turn their fucking brains off for this piece of shit tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like, explain what the rules are first. Like, what does it mean? Like, what are the stipulations? Because, like, is it a tournament or are the fans deciding on who wins? Then if the fans decide on who wins, then what's the point of the tournament? Like, you see what I mean there? Like, they're contradictory. It's like a tournament is supposed to be like you earn your way to the top of the bracket. Whereas if the fans are just choosing who wins, what's the point of it all?
The only thing I can get out of this is that it might be some sort of fucked up round robin tournament, kind of like the Continental Classic, if you remember that from AEW, where even if you lose a match or two, it all amounts to the points at the very end, and whoever has the highest points wins. I think it's going to be some stupid shit like that.
Probably, you know what? I think you're right, man. I think it probably will be because they like before they really should have hammer out the details. Like, if you're going to have this be like a fans vote on who advances, then what's the point of a tournament? Like that, like if they want to do kind of like they did something similar with didn't they do this with like Cruiserweight Classic and the Mae Young bullshit?
I don't remember exactly, but I do remember that they had something back in the day. Do you remember Cyber Monday, where they could have the fans vote on a certain type of match that the wrestlers would compete in? The best way to structure this is just have a poll open on WWE.com and on their social media, on X or whatever. Have a poll open and say every week, which of these NXT wrestlers or which of these WWE wrestlers would you like to see in this John Cena tournament? And then what happens is over the weeks, like 4 weeks or whatever, they get a certain amount of vote tallies. And then whoever are the top 8 or the top 16, you get put in the John Cena tournament. That way it can really be open source, so to speak, and really get these fans voting.
It could, man. I mean, I get the concept of getting the fans involved in it, making them feel like they have a voice.
Cyber Sunday, my bad.
Cyber Sunday. So, yeah. But yeah, no worries. So, like, I feel like I understand where they're going with this. But before you make a grand announcement, hammer out the fucking details, man. Like, at least put some thought in it. Like, it just goes to show how lazy they are backstage, where they could just run this concept out, announce it on stage without any of the details hammered out, and that's okay. That's not okay. I'm sorry. Like, this is WWE with it's less excusable that it's WWE. It's even less excusable with the amount of money they're charging for ticket prices. The fact that they're nickel and diming and butt fucking people with the prices that they're charging, and you give them this, you just completely mail it in and provide no effort. I'm sorry. Like, the creative team should be fired. Whoever helped John Cena hammer out this detail, whatever producer he worked with, should be fired, and their head should roll from it. I'm sorry. This is unacceptable.
Well, and just to see John Cena being the PR machine and trying to stick up for this terrible fucking idea was the worst thing ever. Like, he couldn't even answer the question. Confirmed the concept, his own creation, admitted that WWE is still working through the details. So he doesn't even know what it's about. So here he is. He's supposed to be explaining why he created the tournament, and he doesn't even have an explanation. It's just like, it's like my debut.
I'm telling you, man, the fans are going to turn on John Cena. The more he does this shit, they will boo him. It's going to get to a point where they're going to boo him. If they keep doing this. Yeah, I mean, John Cena needs to say no. Say no to this. Say, you know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be your corporate bitch. I was a corporate bitch for over 20 years. I'm not doing it anymore.
I think he gets paid very well for it. That's what I think TKO is paying him very well to just be this ambassador. So another bad booking coming up for you is the Superstar Scramble. So once again, another fucking retarded match. Not a concept, not anything really new. Just a rip-off of a fucking shitty AEW match. But it's got the WWE stamp on it. So we got the WWE Superstar Scramble. So it's going to be a scramble match, but it's got WWE Superstars in it. Whoa. Wow. Brand new.
Brand new. It's going to be the Superstar Scramble. Like, this is... Can they fucking come up with a storyline? Fuck these Superstar Scrambles, John Cena tournament bullshit. Come up with fucking storylines. It's a lot easier, and it's much more effective than these gimmick bullshit tournaments.
They can't. That's literally all they do is just copy a bunch of shit they see on the fucking indies and slap a WWE label on it. But if they do come up with stable names, they got great names like Max Abrams, Jakari, CJ Valor, and Santi in the Mog Squad.
Yeesh.
So that stupid trademark we were showing you for the Mog Squad, it's going to these fucking jobbers that have no real thing in common at all. You have like one guy, he looks like a rip-off Johnny Cage. You got another guy that looks like Raja Jackson. You got another guy that looks like Jeff Cobb if he fucking lost 200 pounds. Yeah. And then another guy that looks like fucking Angel Garza. It's like, what do they have in common?
They're the Mog Squad, and they're tag wrestlers that nobody cares about. I'm looking at all four of these guys. Not one of them pops off the page. Not one of them looks like a superstar, in my opinion. None of them passed the airport test. You just got a bunch of they're all short. You just got a bunch of short random guys in there.
That's what I'm saying. At least have one big dude in your stable, like the fucking bodyguard of the muscle dude. Like here you have like 4 guys under 5'8". How is this intimidating? How much? Like it's just another fucking undisputed era. We already had the midget era before. We don't need it again. We're good.
Yeah, just call them the Lollipop Guild. There you go.
Love it. But you know what though? Some more bad booking. Apparently Jacob's been licking a lot of titles lately. I think you should really just take into consideration where those titles have been. Just saying.
Yeah, people should send him pictures of CM Punk the naked title. Oh God, it's like y'all licked that. Look at what you licked.
He'd probably be like, "Hell yeah, I licked that shit again."
Yeah, I can taste his herpes on my tongue.
Well, I will say, if you didn't see it on Raw, we saw one of the worst fucking headbutts. Look at this shit. Watch it get. Look at it. Look at this.
Rate.
Look at this shit.
It's like a foot apart.
A foot apart in between.
Oh my God, that is so like how. Look, just lay it in, like your family. Lay it in. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna like kick your ass after the show? Come on, lay it in, make it look good. And that's another thing too. Is that so many wrestlers nowadays they just don't respect the business. They don't care.
Pussies.
Yeah. They're pussies. They don't want to. They don't have respect, and they're a bunch of pussies. They don't want to put the effort in. Like Bret Hart puts the effort in. That's a guy who. And I just love how he keeps it real. But like looking at that right there, that's an embarrassment. That is not pro wrestling. That's fucking play fighting. That should not be on TV, and especially Monday Night Raw.
Well, not like that, but I gotta give shit to the cameraman. What kind of fucking idiot are you to get it from that stupid angle? Go from the back.
Right.
I would have gone from the back of Jacob Fatu when he's headbutting him. That way you wouldn't see the contact. What a fucking moron.
It's just no one cares. Like there's no pressure at all. It's I can't go out there and record it, make it look fake as fuck. I don't care. Standards don't matter here.
So they don't. That's WWE for you. But AEW also has some bad standards too. So we happened to watch Dynamite, and it was just terrible. We saw Darby Allin call out Speedball Mike Bailey. And then, of course, Speedball had to call out Darby Allin. So for sure they're going to be wrestling on Dynamite for the World Championship, and we will not watch that shit at all. I've sworn off Dynamite for a long time after that. But yeah, this is the type of fucking crap that they're putting on, and no wonder they're getting shit ratings left and right. You got Darby defending every single week, yet the ratings are dropping.
There you go. Like, there's your sign. Like, they had the title in MJF. They were getting over 700,000. They put the title on Darby. The ratings crash. There's your sign, Tony Khan. Like, right there, man. And then, could you imagine the viewership they'd be getting? The ratings plunge that they would have if they put the title on Speedball Mike Bailey.
Tony might do it. Don't put it past Tony because he loves vanilla midgets. That whole show that we watched was a vanilla midget showcase. It was garbage. It sucked. But, you know, at AEW, they're resigning talents for no reason. Recently, they reached out to Paul White, and they resigned him, I guess, to do podcast interviews. I don't know what the fuck Paul White does for AEW. I'm really wondering what the fuck does he do for AEW?
Not much. And then, like, the few times he was on commentary, he just sounded like a drunk bear. So what's he giving you? Like, what are you getting with Paul White? He can't wrestle anymore. He's old and decrepit. And he still looks, you know, like a fucking giant, like a giant guy. He still looks intimidating. But he can't move anymore. His joints are, like, beyond fucked up. What are they going to do with this guy? See, that's the thing is, build the future, Tony. You got to build the future. What's Paul White really going to give you?
I think it's a sympathy job, honestly, at the end of the day. I think he's just...
job.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I mean, Paul, he deserves to have a job. He's a talent, I will say that much. But here's some rumors going on. One person, WWE, noted that the word was spread in the company among some, if not many, that AEW won't be on Paramount Skydance. So, yeah, the person said that the highest levels that they're talking to AEW won't get another deal. But those kind of stories spread previously at the last negotiations. Not that they wouldn't get a deal, but that their deal would be at the same level or perhaps a lower level than the prior deal. Instead, they had a 2.3 increase. So this is what Dave's saying. I don't buy it. And Tony is flat out saying, you know, I saw the report the other day and I'm just going to turn the cheek. I'm turn the other cheek. I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm going to show respect towards WWE. So what do you think about his whole approach of turning the other cheek when WWE is spreading rumors about him?
Now, he should fight back. You know, like, let's talk about, you know, Tessa Blanchard, who we mentioned a lot, but this is something that she even, like, the whole reason why she started her own YouTube channel is because of that, is because she wanted to set the record straight and not let these dirt sheet marks create the narrative. So Tony Khan should be doing more podcasts, and Tony Khan should set the record straight on where things stand. And look, the whole thing, like, it turns out that on the last upfronts, the last upfronts that Warner Brothers had, AEW was featured. There you go.
So, I mean, I don't say give up on them this year, but next year you might want to question it. I think for 2026 they're good, you know. And like I was saying earlier, AEW, they're working on fail-safes. So one of them is my AEW. So my AEW, if you're in Europe and outside the US, it's available on Fire TV, Android TV, Roku, and Apple TV. So it's on all these different streaming platforms, which is good. I think that once their deal with WBD, if it ever does end, they'll immediately have their own form of WWE network. You know, they're basically their form of it. I think this is what AEW is to them.
Which is not a bad idea. It's like if you could start up your own version of the WWE network. So what myaew.com is, it's like if you got like a web browser, you could open it up and go there too. What it is, it's a fast channel that they created. It's like what you see on Pluto, all those like live channels. Those are fast channels. They're what's called fast channels. And so that's what Tony Khan went ahead and did. I think it's a good idea. I think it's another way to get your content out there. Yeah, and it could very well be a failsafe. And over in Europe, apparently you can buy the pay-per-views over there, and you can watch them on the myaew.com. So it pretty much is, in some ways, like the WWE Network. They just need to add the huge content library over there, and boom, build this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Build it up. Let's see something out of it, man. Let's go ahead, though, and talk about the Triller lawsuit. Not sure if you heard about this, but AEW filed a lawsuit against former pay-per-view partner Triller TV. So here's what's going on with that. So according to PostWrestling.com, AEW's filed a lawsuit against Triller TV and its parent company, Triller Group Incorporated, claiming the platform owes AEW just under $5 million in unpaid revenue from pay-per-view sales and earnings tied to the now discontinued AEW Plus subscription service. The lawsuit was filed on April 29th, 2026 in Duval County Court in Florida. The complaint alleges that Triller TV's parent company diverted AEW-related revenue to fund other business ventures, including a social media platform that was ultimately unsuccessful, rather than paying the amounts AEW says it was owned. AEW's attorneys noted the following in the lawsuit. Triller Group's strategy of robbing revenues generated by Triller TV's distribution of AEW content to cover other defendants' operating expenses, much of which was spent on a social media platform endeavor, negatively impacted its relationship with and payments owed to AEW. If that's the truth, that's fucked up.
That not only is that fucked up, I hope Tony Khan sues their dicks off.
Dude, it's so fucked up, man. So check this out, too. It's not over. So separately, Triller TV, Flips Media, is also suing. Check this out. Triller TV is suing its parent company for abandonment and to consider bankruptcy. And the court granted Flips' request to fast track that case. So that's another interesting wrinkle in all of this bullshit. But it gets even more interesting. We got more. Sources tell Cultaholic that multiple independent promotions are waiting on overdue payments from Triller TV, with some being owned as high as 5 figures. I mean, Brett Lauderdale was talking about how he hadn't been paid for some shows. And then here you got Westside Extreme Wrestling saying, we would very much like to stream on Triller. Unfortunately, they haven't paid us for anything since we streamed there since October and haven't responded to any emails since they laid off our person in charge. We are unable to stream on a service that doesn't pay its contributors. Fucked up, bro.
That is fucked up. But another thing they can do is on YouTube, you could literally like put it behind a paywall, like $20 or like $30 or however much you want to charge, and just do that. Like YouTube is not that fucking, shitty where they're going to hold on to the revenues like that. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. They're holding on to $5 million worth of revenue that's owed to AEW and all. And what's even worse is all these other indie companies like Brett Lauderdale, like that's fucked up that they're doing that. So you know what? What it's doing is it's letting people know that there's some shady shit going on, that it's not like running an indie company is not all that easy. You do get, like, even the companies themselves can get fucked over.
Well, this is going to be a shot in the ass to a lot of indie companies if Triller goes under, because then you have the biggest platform right now for independent wrestling going under. So it's pretty much to the point where they can either stream on YouTube or try to go through like independentwrestling.tv or High Spots, which nobody fucking watches,
right,
and try to get money off of it. I think right now this is very big. This shows you right now this is going to be a death shot towards a lot of indie wrestling getting the money that they want. It's going to be a big financial setback because YouTube, they can't really afford what Triller was affording at that time. The fact that Triller was so behind, it's going to be fucked for a lot of people, man. But so apparently refusal by parent company to communicate allegedly prevented Triller TV from paying AEW and engaged in sale talks. Court filing claims buyout offer from FUBU was passed on. So FUBU could have helped them out on all of this, but nah, their parent company Flips was like, nah, we're good.
Wow, that's pretty messed up, man. So this Flips company is pretty much the main culprit here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because they're the parent company, and that's the thing too, is that when you even got Triller trying to come after their parent company for abandonment, and they're filing bankruptcy, that tells you right there. I think the money ran out a long time ago for Triller, and they were just faking the funk as long as they could.
But even then, like with Triller, it's like the way they misuse that money from AEW. It's like they weren't supposed to do that. They were supposed to cut that money over to AEW, not use it to social media. So I think like Triller fucked up. I think Flips fucked up. I think there's just everybody on that side just fucked up. I think the money was running dry, and they just used the money they could get from AEW to keep it afloat. But yeah,
well, that's what happened to Fight TV. They had to go with Triller. For anybody wondering what the fuck happened to Fight TV, they ran out of money too, so they had to lump in with Triller. There's no money left in the fucking independent wrestling. I hate to say it. Unless these fuckers start getting their own TV deals, Triller going at it is going to fuck over a lot of indie companies. This is big.
It really is big. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, I'm surprised that there's do you think there's going to be other platforms like Triller that we're going to see going under that are doing fucking shady shit, or what do you think?
I mean, it's a possibility. I know there's a lot of streaming platforms that are, starting up right now. They're trying to get their own shit going, but none of them are going to reach, I think, the level of Triller or reach that type of payout. I would say to a lot of these people right now, a lot of these guys try to go in another direction. One thing I heard about was content.video, and what they're doing is they're hooking up a lot of people who are big streamers. If you're a big streaming platform and you got deplatformed, they're willing to help you out. So that I know content.video is one of them. Kick, of course, Rumble. But yeah, a lot of streaming platforms. YouTube is going to be the biggest one, at least for exposure. Can they make money off of it? I don't know.
Right. That's the thing, So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely other platforms out there that you can host your pay-per-views on. So, yeah, it's just going to force these companies to get creative and look elsewhere. And, yeah, just like going out of your way to sub to Triller to see if, like, it's such a pain in the ass.
True. Yeah. So we got to talk about some legends here. So Hulk Hogan, his former accountant, was hit with federal fraud charges over alleged $890,000 in theft. Jesus. So, Melissa Gothru had been charged with 6 counts of wire fraud tied to allegations that she embezzled more than $890,000 between 2017 and 2021 through her company, Accounting Resources and Management Services. So while Hogan's not officially named as the victim in the federal indictment itself, TMZ reported that sources confirmed Hogan employed Gothru during the time period and that one of her responsibilities involved bookkeeping for the WWE Hall of Famer. The report immediately gave new context to growing speculation surrounding the unnamed public figure described throughout the federal filing. So, this is fucked up right here. They did an FBI investigation. The report comes only after Bubba the Love Sponge spent a lengthy segment on his show arguing that Hogan was the unnamed victim. So he said, basically, this woman stole, I think, maybe nearly thousands and thousands of dollars from Hogan. That was Hulk Hogan's bookkeeper. Victim 1 was a public figure who resided in the Middle District of Florida. Sounds a lot like him. Victim 1 owned, operated, and controlled several business entities within the Middle District of Florida. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Yep. So if she stole almost $1 million from Hulk Hogan, I hope this bitch does some fucking jail. Just saying.
Good. I mean, yeah, she does. I mean, if she's stealing from Hulk Hogan, how dare you? No, you go to jail.
Yeah, I think that'd be the right thing to do, man. We got to talk about Tori. She was getting bombarded by these fucking nerds. So, Kunwar Abhishek Parmar was saying, remember when WWE had Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler, Katana Baker, and Tanya Balinger competing in a fatal 4-way pillow fight like it was completely normal TV? And she said, yes, I do. She unfortunately had to turn off her comments because the fucking psychos were bombarding her.
Oh my God.
Because she dared to fucking be proud of showing off her body. This is what I hate about the modern fan base, is that they claim to be all about the females, yet they harass the females way more than the perverts back in the day did.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, because at least the perverts back in the day just would like at the show would do the catcalling, and then afterwards wouldn't really bother them like crazy. I mean, the fans now are like fucking crazy. Like these so-called white knight virtue signaling fans are the worst. And like what they and I just wish they'd be honest. Like the worst part is like they just lie. And so they tell these companies, "Oh, hire the ugliest bitches you can. It doesn't matter what they look like. Bring in Michael Lockwood." You know, like that's the problem with all this, man. Like it's just catering to this fucking niche fan base has dragged wrestling down to where it is now. And you got to tell them, "Fuck you. You're not going to be listened to. You're a bunch of hypocrites, and fuck you."
Yeah, they're pieces of shit, and they suck. But Crowbar, he had to talk some shit to the Marks. So the Marks were, already saying, Mason Rook, he's amazing. Look at this move that he did off the top rope. Crowbar said, dude, that's not smart for a guy that weighs over 300 pounds to be doing a moonsault. Because you got that torque, you got that movement, that speed, especially like that fat boy can move. You got that coming off the top rope, nobody's going to get in there to fucking actually catch him. And you saw what happened in the clip, dude. People were trying to scamper out of the way because they didn't want to get crushed by this elephant. I get it, man. So like Crowbar, he's dropping knowledge, and of course nerds had to fucking call him out under the comments. And he said, for those of you that don't think I know where I'm coming from, no, I do. And he showed a clip from WCW of him doing the moonsault off the top and the guy fucking getting out of the way. This is back when he was a cruiserweight too. So you could imagine what it's like trying to catch a dude doing a moonsault. That's why you see any time like Charlotte or Io do a moonsault to the outside, they never catch them the right way. They always try to get out of the way because they don't want to get smacked in the face with a boot on the way down.
No, not at all. Well, and the thing, I mean, looking at Mason Rook and him doing all this flippy dippy shit, this guy's going to get injured. Like, give it 6 months, he's going to be out with an injury.
I mean, he's got youth on his side. I will say that the youth is, I think, keeping him from getting injury prone. But yeah, once he starts to
dragging off.
Yeah, exactly. Once he starts to get towards his mid-20s, late 20s, I think you're going to start to see more injuries, because that's a lot of movement that you're doing on those joints. And you're a big boy, so just saying, man.
Wear and tear from the Indies also.
True. So let's go ahead and talk about MVP. He had some words of wisdom. He said, how many people do you think remember the nose Triple H getting over in his career?
Okay.
So AEW Star MVP was doing an interview with Marking Out Podcast, and he said, you can go down the list, and you can think of talents that Undertaker worked with that he elevated and got over. How many people do you remember the nose Triple H getting over in his career? How many people can you associate with him? And I'll give you 2. I'll give you Randy Orton. I'll give you Batista. Take them away. Who else can you remember under Triple Nose getting over? And even then, I would put Ric Flair as the reason they got over. Even when he put Jeff Hardy over, I remember the finish because, it was a 3 count, and he clears throat, sat up smiling like, gosh golly, he got me, you know? Like, not, boom, oh man, I'm hurt. He wouldn't even give that to Jeff Hardy where it was, oh man, he beat me. He got up, sat up, and was like, oh, he got me, you know? So, and I just, if The Undertaker made, let's just say, for the sake of our conversation, 10 other guys through the course of his career, and the nose got 2 or 3 guys over, then he elevated them. In the big scheme of things, in the big picture, who was more valuable for the company? I would say, without question, Undertaker was immeasurably valuable for the company. Because not only did he put people over too, but he's the type of guy where I think his career lasted a lot longer than Triple H's. Like, way longer, and had more prestige, more legendary status. Let's be honest, would Triple H have the status he did if he didn't fuck the boss's daughter? No, he wouldn't.
No, not at all. I mean, and like The Undertaker, everybody else, like, I love how MVP is just being honest about here. Like, and this is what I want to see more from wrestlers. Just be honest. Well, what's going to happen to you? What's the worst that's going to happen? Is Triple H not going to sign you to a fucking lowball deal? Is that the worst that's going to happen? Be honest.
Well, and he's well aware, too, that he's got a job in AEW. He's getting paid very well. He doesn't have to worry about that, you know? And I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's there and doing his thing, you know? But it is time for some Breaking Bones news, and it's a very grim Breaking Bones news. I hate to say this type of shit, but we got to bring you some bad news. Marty Jannetty got his leg amputated. Yeah, very shitty to hear. A very, very good wrestler in his time, man. Very, like, people don't know how fucking good Marty Jannetty was. He was very, very, very good. If you ever saw his match against Kurt Angle that he did on a random SmackDown, the guy, he could have been something in the right company. So I feel bad for the guy, and hopefully he gets some compensation with a GoFundMe or something. So that's fucked up. But same thing with Luchasaurus. So he's been providing details about his battle with pneumonia in both lungs. So what's going on with him is that he's been just dealing with this for a little bit. And like we saw in his streams too that he was doing with Jungle Boy, the dude lost a lot of muscle, a lot of size. So we're getting kind of worried about him. Hopefully everything is okay with Luchasaurus. Hearts and prayers go out to you, man. But yeah, it's always rough to see somebody, you know, especially a promising wrestler deal with shit like this. So yeah, very fucked up. One more depressing news bit. So Piper Niven announces that she underwent an anterior discectomy procedure. So she went to California and all she got was this lousy anterior discectomy. I have so much I want to say about the past 8 months, but we can get to that later. For now, I just want to express my endless love and gratitude for every single soul that has helped me and cared for me during this difficult and really scary time. Pain and heartbreak are incredible teachers, and the lessons I have learned from this will stay with me forever. I am so grateful to wake up from surgery already feeling better, and I know I'm coming out on the other side of this much stronger for the experience. Lots of love. Yeah, we're happy for her. I mean, if that's what led to her weight loss, that sucks. You know, we wouldn't want to see people lose weight like that from a disease or any sort of procedure. But, you know, I'm happy that she's at least on the road to recovery. I'll give her that.
Absolutely. I mean, so it's good to see that she's on the road to recovery. Hopefully she can maybe get back in the ring or if not, maybe be like a valet, you know? I think there's still value in her.
Yeah, she's charismatic. She's not bad on the mic. I think she would make like the perfect type of bodyguard / valet for Chelsea Green if she can come back, you know. So we'll see what happens there. But it's time for some Outlaw Mud shit. And let's start out with some Outlaw Mud shit that happened over in TNA. They had a huge debut. Fucking gigantic. You were wondering where Fabian Eichner has been? Well, now he came back looking like more of a boring bald penis than ever. So he's back, and he's boring, and he's wearing a Canadian tuxedo for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Star power, charisma, superstar look. He's got none of these. Did anyone know that Fabian Eichner was still alive?
What do you do with Baby Cesaro? What the fuck do you do with this guy?
Nothing other than put him in work rate matches. Like, there's nothing you could do with them. Like, this is the problem with the idiots who are running Impact. And why, like, me personally, I'm just going to be real, I've given up on Impact. Fuck that indie-rific flip-flop dumpster fed. Fuck him in the ass. I hate TNA. I'm done with TNA. Just because there's no storylines and all they want to put on is matches. Okay, so if you want to do that, fuck you. I'll move on. I'll watch WWE where at least it's goofy and there's something to talk about. You know, but like with Fabian Eichner, what does he bring to the table other than, he's going to have a good match? Big fucking whoop.
That's why I don't blame you for giving up on TNA, because they are really bending over backwards for this Mark bullshit. They're not trying to bring in anybody who can actually benefit the company. They're just getting, I think, all these fucking lowball work rate motherfuckers. Like anybody they can get dirt cheap. I mean, this guy, I think he's so fucking broke that he's hoping for a job back with WWE that he didn't even change his handle. He's like, I'm gonna debut with TNA and call myself Vinci WWE. Is it really that hard to change your fucking handle?
I know, right? Well, and that's the thing is, like, with all the indie guys, like all the people that were released from WWE, I haven't seen any hype for someone's got to sign Fabian Eichner.
No. Because the main thing about Fabian Eichner, don't get me wrong, there was a little bit of potential with him with that character that they were doing with him in NXT. The rich guy, yeah. I think they fucked the call up royally with him. Like, repackaging him in NXT, you should have kept him there for 2 or 3 years, really built him up solid, and gave him a career, had him work on his mic skills, all that other shit. Instead, they rushed him back up, made him a fucking jobber on main event, and then released him. So I feel for the guy. He could have been something more, but with TNA and how they're booking stars and character development, all this, he's just going to be the same. He won't be forced to develop. He's going to be literally just boring little guy from Germany. Who cares?
I know, right? It's like, who's going to care about it? Like, this is the problem. It's like they're booking their shows for the match marks, which is them, really. When you look at Hunter Johnson, Tommy Dreamer, they're the match marks, so they're booking for themselves. And then people are going to be shocked when the ratings are low. Well, I'm not. Nope. I'm not shocked that they're getting 164,000 viewers. In fact, I'm shocked it's not even lower, and it probably will be if they keep doing shit like this.
Well, it doesn't help, too, that they have people like this that they're re-signing. Nobody wants to see fucking Indy Hartwell get re-signed. She is the most boring bitch on your roster, and she gets shoved down our throats. She has never gotten better on the mic. She never will get better on the mic. She still has that cookie sheet butt. She's got no boobs. She comes out in this fucking stupid lingerie outfit. She's like, she sucks at acting. What? Like, is she a lowball contract? That's what I think it is. I think TNA is literally resigning anybody who will agree to fucking $400 or $300 a show. I think if they're willing to fucking just shell out these little baby dick contracts, and fuck it, they'll take it.
Well, because, like, what else are they getting, you know?
Right. It's sad. And they probably all live in Florida, too, because they can't afford to travel out of state, you know?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's just signing Indy Hartwell. There's so many indie talents out there that can get dirt cheap, bring them into TNA, and you would have a much more interesting, watchable product.
Very true. So one more thing about TNA, Jody Threat, she was recently on an indie match, and she did a very innovative move. I like this.
Look at this! The torque! She is folding her like a pretzel here, Blake.
What do you even call it at that point?
Oh, she's kicking her in the back of the head with her own foot.
Stop hitting yourself.
Okay, and that's the thing about Jody Threat. I've always been very impressed with her in the ring. She's just a god-awful dog shit promo. You get her a good manager, I think you could have a force in TNA.
You could. I mean, like, pairing her up with, what was her name? Danny Luna was not a good choice.
No.
Shitfire sucked. It did.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Because there were no good mic workers in there. Like, you need to put her in a role where she's just going to be just a not necessarily a nobody, but she's going to fade into the background and be like one of the people in the group and not like the group. You know what I mean?
What I would do is I would have her dye her hair blonde and put her in the Ash by Elegance troupe and just make her like the fucking muscle of the troupe.
Okay, that's actually a good idea.
You know, just saying,
because it's something so different you wouldn't expect it. You know?
Yeah, and when it's goofy, bring back LOL TNA. I don't want to see serious TNA. Bring back LOL TNA, man.
Yeah, LOL TNA, man. Serious TNA where it's nothing but long matches. Fuck that shit. That 2 out of 3 falls garbage match they had with Cedric Alexander and Leon Slater. No, that's not what people tune in to watch. What they want to see is they want to see characters. They want to have a good time.
That's right. And what they also want to see is they want to see cleavage, man. And I love Scarlett Bordeaux for this. So Scarlett Bordeaux expressed her frustration with WWE's cleavage policy. So she said, I won't say who, but some of the producers every single time, like before going out there, they'd be like, can you just cover up the cleavage, you fucking homos? Can you just pull that down? I'm like, okay, this is clearly not what we're going for right now, but he really liked the idea of us two together because after a few months, it tells you right there it's Triple H, because after a few months, I'm like, what am I going to do here? Because I thought they signed me for this character and they said they liked it, but they don't want to use it. This is all Noseman booking right here. We said from the get-go that Scarlett Bordeaux was one of the most talented females, not just where she is right now, but in an entire profession. Even WWE, when she was there, still one of the most talented females in the world. You guys haven't seen her wrestle. You haven't seen all the other shit she can do. She's a great talker, great singer, great in-ring announcer, great commentator. We've seen her do everything. She is a Jill of all trades. So this woman, I love the fact that she spoke up about Noseman being a fucking geek and having her cover up her cleavage. Good. This is the problem. We need more fucking tits on TV, damn it.
Yeah, we need more sex appeal. Because like, if we're just being honest here, primarily who's watching pro wrestling?
Dudes. Always been dudes. Always gonna be dudes.
Yeah, so like, why not like understand who the audience is? You know what? Let's just cater to the adult men that are watching. Sexy women on TV, funny segments, quick pace show, storyline building throughout, and boom, there you go.
True. And I mean, you know what? Outlaw Circuit doesn't really have a whole lot of that, but what they do is they try to make up for that with goofiness. So here's a balloon wrestling match for whatever reason. Fuck, they're running out of ideas left and right. Oh, God.
But at least they're trying. Like, that's one thing I'll say about the Indies. At least, like, they have to try. They have to kind of care. They're not like WWE or